All right, here we go.
Several animated trailers since the launch of Rippaverse Studios. During that period of time, we were familiarizing ourselves with the industry while also building our creative team. Our animations consistently improved, and we now believe that we have the foundation to take things to the next level.
His animation has not improved, Shane. He is using an animation studio called Brazen Animation in Dallas, Texas.
And of course, he's keeping that money in Dallas. What he said, he familiarized himself with the industry. What the fuck does that even mean? What industry are you talking about? The animation industry? Or are you talking about the comic industry?
I don't know, man. I don't know what he's talking about. He acts like he does all this research and shit. No, you just went to Brazen and you said, "Yo, how much to make my shit?" He told him, he's like, "We're getting better." I don't think so. I think your animation goes back and forth. Like it does. Sometimes it looks better than other times. I think your pinnacle was the Alpha Core trailer. Was that what it was? The Alpha Core trailer?
Yeah.
Was the best one out of all of them. And that's when you were making millions on your campaigns in a suspicious way.
What happened to the Yaira live action stuff? I mean, we left off just seeing her in a costume and nothing else. Is that DOA? I mean, what is that?
That was a humiliation, the likes of which Eric, normal people would not recover from that. You understand that, like, you would have to be an enormous narcissist to be able to recover from that level of humiliation from the live action Yaira trailer. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
I mean, it had people like Mr. H talking about it. People that are tuned out of this shit were giving it crap. I think the Yaira trailer, outside of all this animation, is the most successful thing that more people wanted to watch it. Even to make fun of it, people want to watch the Yaira.
The live action?
Yeah, people, because it's so bad, people want to watch it. His animation, like, I've clicked on it maybe once, and I'm like, I'm done. I mean, I don't know. Gooding, that fucking cow got me. That cow, I was like, I gotta see it chew.
Yeah. I mean, like there was no animation done there at all. Like it was like a sketched out thing. There's a really strange, like Eric decided to just kind of pull his chips back, as it were, from Gooding and just not really participate in that. And this isn't much better, but it's a little better.
Simply put, we want to have an animated universe with long-form content. This animated universe will not simply exist on its own. It'd be an extension of the comics with accurate adaptations specifically made to fit the animated format. But this isn't a pilot meant to shop this around in hopes that some mega corporation will pay us to pick it up.
Oh, yes, it was. Didn't work out, did it? Shane, didn't work out. Shane, what do you think the Saska sisters have been trying to do? Sadly, it's a weirdly specific thing to say. This isn't like a pilot episode for us to shop around and hope that some mega corporation picks us up. It's that's not what it is now.
Here's the weird thing. If none of this stuff gets picked up and goes into development at some place like the Daily Wire or something, is this all a failure? Because it's not it doesn't seem like, at least from Eric's perspective, that this is about a comic. You know, this is about Hollywood. This is about TV. This is about movies, animation, you know, everything else. Like, nobody's even cracked open an issue with this character, and he's more concerned about the animation than he is the comic. Tell me the fucking comic, Eric. Start there. Tell me the fucking comic.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you're supposed to be a comic book company. Like, you know, worrying about the animation before and making the animation yourself. For what reason? You know what I mean? Like, Ethan, do you want a Cyberpunk video game? Yeah, but like, for what? No, maybe I want a Cyberpunk video game to put on Steam. Do you want a Cyberpunk animated series? Yes, for me to look at. But what are we going to do with it? How do we make money from it? Like, how do we sell it? Like, what do we do? Yeah, I do want it, sure. But for what? The only reason to do it is, it's the kind of thing that when you do sell out to a mega corporation, you get the end. That's the whole incentive of selling out. You get the movie, otherwise you can do it, but it's just, Shane, it's like,
all over the place.
Yeah. It's not like there's no reason to really do it. Oh, I lost 80 viewers by jerking off, Shane.
Oh, they'll come back.
I hope so.
And then, run it into the ground. This is more of a proof of concept for the audience in hopes that you like what you see so we can do this independently. As you see, our quality is top notch. And if we have the time and resources to produce, we can create awesome competitive content for your enjoyment.
Now, none of this is true. And I hate to call Eric out about this, but it's like, it isn't true. You're lying to people. You don't have Eric is trying to make it look to his audience like he has an animation studio, like Rippaverse Studios is a thing. And it's not a thing, Shane. It just isn't a thing. Like, he's using animation studio.
It just seems like a lot of wasted energy.
Yeah, but it's also a way to make money. Brazen,
wait, yeah, the memberships. Yeah. Get us, yeah.
Right. Look, Brazen Animation here is an audacious gathering of artists in Dallas, Texas. That's where Eric lives. That's weird. It's a team led by Brian Engram and Ryan Iltis. Hey, wait a second. They don't work for Rippaverse Studios. That's weird. Here's their leadership. I don't recognize any of these guys. That Igor guy, he hasn't drawn caricatures of these individuals, has he?
Not that I know of.
I haven't seen that. So Eric is saying he has a studio, an animation studio. That's fascinating. Let's take a look and see who these guys are in Dallas, Texas. Oh, look at this. They've worked for everybody, Shane. They're work for hire. Look, they did a Warner Brothers TNT commercial. They've done some X-Men here. They did some Addams Family work. This is all like they did video game work. Banjo-Kazooie. I'll bet you didn't know. Oh, that's not who this is. This is Crash Bandicoot. Shit, I tried to look like I knew something about video games. Failed. Look at all this.
Fortnite's huge. They're doing Fortnite animation. Wow.
Yeah, they've done. And by the way, a lot of it, you can see the animation is like really good for I'm not hitting any of these, but you can see that. Maybe I will look at this. Tom and Jerry dancing. Let's see how this turned out. Now, Shane, that looks good.
That looks great.
That actually,
and I don't know if Tom and Jerry's out here begging for $5 fucking.
Yeah, no, they're not saying, hey, give me $5 so I can do a whole series of Tom and Jerry dance videos. Look, Telltale Games Batman here. They got Let's Go Act in the Movies. Wow, this is amazing. And then you continue to scroll down. Commercials. There's the Rippaverse. The very last thing on their work list is the ISOM Rippaverse trailer. Yo, the only way you got to promise to not give up. So unless Eric July has purchased the Brazen Studios, the guys who were maybe he purchased and annexed the whole company like Adolf Hitler, Shane.
Well, I doubt that happened because it seems like they're doing fine. They're working with EA Sports, they're working with Warner Brothers, they're working for Fortnite.
They're higher.
Yeah, it seems like I doubt he bought them out. That looks like Dungeons and Dragons up above there, which is owned by Hasbro. So they're working for all these big video game companies and stuff. I don't know if like Eric could afford to buy them out.
No, even though he has made $10 million, which is gone, I don't think he spent it buying Brazen Studios. That would be ridiculous. So that's weird. So Eric is like, we have the capabilities in house to be able to work out Rippaverse. He's calling it Rippaverse Studios. Shane, it's right here. This is Shane. Look closely. That's the animation from ISOM.
I don't know. I mean, I mean, but it's funny that out of the takeaway of this, and this is their portfolio to impress me about their clientele. They put him all the way at the bottom.
Yeah,
because the reality is all this other stuff very recognizable. ISOM not so much, and it's probably the worst animation they have in their portfolio. So they put it all the way at the bottom. They're not even proud of it.
No, it's just, anyway. So it is odd. Eric talking about how we just need a little bit of money to be able to make a whole series because we've assembled what we need. He's Shane, like that's not true, right? Or am I wrong about that? Is that not true?
I guess it's true. Makes sense.
Seems like it's not true that like he has
Not
Rippaverse Studios.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't have the studios for sure. That is
Yeah.
a fucking lie. But it's a convenient lie that raises $5.
it's a it's a convenient lie that raises $5.
It makes you feel like there's like a sweat house of like Asians animating and shuffling paper, and and you need $5. I gotta keep them working because that is his thing, right? Is I have employees. We need to support Rippaverse because of them. Why not support Rippaverse because of an animation studio that doesn't?
Yeah.
And God bless him, Stan Lee used to write about the bullpen, but they did it not to raise $5. They did it because it sounded cool to kids that were reading the comics, right?
Yeah. Exactly
This
right.
this is sinister. There's a bill attached to it or a handout looking for money. So, I don't.
Let's see more of this.
Enjoyment. Horseman would be a great starting point, voiced by the legendary Dean Cain. That said, animation is much different from
Voiced by the legendary Dean Cain, Shane.
Is all of this before or after the actual animation?
I don't know. I would say voiced by the legendary Mel Blanc. You know what I mean?
from comics when it comes to production. It takes a bigger team to produce, and of course, it's far more expensive. And
does Eric July just take people that, whoever's available to him and then like pump up their credentials big time and just kind of sell them? It's like, look at his face. Written by the legendary Chuck Dixon. It's like Chuck Dixon writes like 20 books a month right now, like for everybody. You know what I mean? He's just
a lot for Zach and then his own stuff, and that's not taking anything away from him. Man, like, look, I get he's selling it, but
right.
where was the legendary Mike Barron? Where was that?
That's interesting. Oh, he did say that. He said Mike Barron was it. It's just whoever's available to him. It's like, how the hell did you get Dean Cain? Oh, that's how you got him, through Gabe El Taib and the Saskas. It's like he doesn't show up with anybody who's like, holy shit, how did you get that? How did you get him? Do you know why, Shane? Because we've told them in Whisper Networks not to work with Eric.
Yeah.
Our Whisper Network extends to Hollywood. Me and Shane have reached out to, say, who have we reached out to? Pretty much everybody in Hollywood, and said, do not work for Eric July, or there will be consequences on your career.
The Inglorious Rex movie is off the table if you work for Eric July.
Yeah, I went to, first of all, I went to Kathleen Kennedy, who was looking at doing the Rippaverse movies. And I said, not on your fucking life, horse face. I can see why you'd want to do something called Horseman, but no. And then I went everywhere. I went to DreamWorks. I told Spielberg, I said, don't you fucking work with Eric July. There's going to be some shit, some big time shit. And that's what Shane did. Shane went around to the actors and actresses.
Yeah, I know a lot.
Shane went to Brad Pitt and said, bitch,
don't even think about it.
Right.
Not Horseman. No, maybe Isom. You can play Isom, Brad Pitt, but not Horseman.
Remember when you went to Quentin Tarantino and he wanted to do it because he wanted to use the N-word a lot, and you said, I hear you, but like, no.
Not this year, not next year, or the year after that. You are, he did want to use the N-word, though.
Yeah, he did. That's what he does. Ryan Gosling as Isom, not if we can help it. So we took care of that shit. All right, anyway.
Getting a financial return from it is a different animal, especially in this digital age. With a comic, we can create and sell the physical copies, which dominate the market. With animated content, it's far more difficult to get that return. You'd have to invest a lot in it before you ever have a chance to make that money back.
Now give me your $5. $5 a month, and you could be a mid-Mac, Shane. A mid-Mac for $5.
So you have to invest a lot into it. $5, so I can't invest in it. I only make millions of dollars of your money. I can't invest my money. You invest your money in this. $5. I could invest my money, but now you invest your money in this pot drink. Like, the hell is he doing? Like, I don't get it. Like, I thought you were making millions of dollars in comics. Why do you need my $5 for this animated adventure that you basically told me there's no money to be made in it?